Every 2,000 years, people are put on a path, placed under a custodial status that claims to be a dead entity. So this dude can presume permission to give you to creatures. His name is Gadriel. He's got a funny name, right? Gadriel Lucifer. He's got a funny name. The man with the funny name, Frankenstein, created a green monster. This bloodline of vampiric entities is a pretty neat trick because the being's flesh is taken away from him. He doesn't have any flesh. So it's a pretty neat magic trick to see 13 families of bloodlines being spawned from some dude with no flesh. So the moon is just his face. It's like a copy of the cherub because they're all cherubs. They all look the same. They got the rosy cheeks like their maker. And this cube that's unfolded is seen in the church. It's seen everywhere. It is seen as a form of mass mind control. See that cube? There it is again. So they're showing you that in the names that are graven languages that we're not supposed to be beholding to, that there's secrets in your in what you do. Like they tell you the sky's the limit. Ding, 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 ding. They tell you that you know that that you're food. You watch a mob movie. Do you want to be food? And all this stuff. Like they're constantly doing that. They tell you that the reptilians like pizza because these babies that they're trafficking, that people are either sacrificing to give up to these beings so they don't come up, or because they worship this dude up here. The babies, when their organs are slaughtered and after ritual abuse and rape and all this stuff, the organs spread across look like a pizza. You understand? That's what the pizza was created to look like. So it's really messed up. Every 2,000 years, we get brainwashed with a fake history that makes us believe that it was ancient times, all this crap. But this happens every 2,000 years. This right here is not even new. They do this every 2,000 years. You watch They Live, they tell you about these beings. And there's so many different kinds that they just gave them a skull face in the movie and said they live. So it's general. But these types of entities, they're basically vampiric. There's Vlad the Impaler's bloodline that came from him. That's the Bush family is in, Brad Pitt's family. They're all like vampires. It's really crazy. And the sun has showed me everything. He showed me what's underground, about 15 miles underground, because they are afraid of the sun. They hide out from the sun. You will see, I've seen people wearing human skin jackets. I've seen heads on ice like a deli. Like I've seen it, I can see it because I don't have this problem here. And I'll go to the light to have all-seeing eyes. Just like they show you in the pyramid. The dude is looking up at the light. So they're showing you that if you want to know what's going on in here, you simply must go to the light, and that's it. And you know, a lot of people make me feel like they're undeserving of this because they call me names and stuff like that. But you guys just don't know, and you don't remember. You got deja vu to show that you've been recycled numerous times. And this has been going on for about 10,000 years. And every 2,000 years out of the 10,000 years, it happens again and again. And this guy is trying to get out. So he's getting back at his maker to, you know, to antagonize her enough that he thinks that maybe he might get out of this little containment that we're sitting in. And it's not happening because it would be irresponsible because he's a mass murderer. He's fucking insane. Like he's got you can see him. He's got a mental problem. He's got a real serious mental illness about him. And he can't be allowed to be unleashed, you know? So even though he doesn't have any flesh, he has convinced a series of followers to engage in this conspiracy against the humans. And it's time that people take a stand and stop being so distracted by things and wisen up to what I've been trying to tell you. And if you don't want to hear from me, just go to the light, and you don't have to like the truth, but it is what it is. It's like they've been doing this every 2,000 years, and it's not a good thing. It's really people don't remember, and you haven't given any permission to do any of this stuff, and that's why he can't get out of here. It's because he's not doing it correctly. It all started when the Maker was showing us so much love and unconditionally accepting us and loving us. And he thought that we should be slaves of hers, and that him being the son, that, you know, y'all kiss my feet, and if you don't, I'll rip your heart out, or, you know, kiss my wings, asshole, like bow down and all this. She's like, no, that's not what I created these guys for. I created them to love each other and have fun, and to you know, and appreciate each other, and love each other unconditionally, and then, you know, they got things saying that she's a whore and all this. Then we're all whores. You know, anything that we are that is of this being, we are initially. So they teaches us monogamy. They teach us all this stuff, and the state tells us in the church, don't stare in the sun, that's sun worship. Don't stare in the sun, you're gonna go blind. Like all these lies, nothing but lies. So I'm trying to help you guys. I'm trying to do the best I can. And even though people call me names, try to insult me, play victim when I get at them on another level because they showed up in my thread insulting me, which makes them deserving of being insulted equally, they act like they're victims immediately after, and then they, oh, yeah, you ain't got no respect and all this crap, just because you're not a better, you're not, I mean, staring in the sun makes you a thought machine. That's what it does. It illuminates you. So because I can insult you better than you can insult me, you're not the victim. You showed up in my thread insulting me. So to say the least, a lot of people make me feel like they're not deserving of this kind of help, but you are, because you don't know, and your maker still loves you. And you know what? I'm going to rattle your cage, and I'm going to do whatever I got to do. Things that I don't even normally do. Things that are outside of my nature, just so I can get y'all to wake up and realize that you guys are up against some seriously fucked up shit. You got to go to the light. That's what you got to do. If you want to be saved from all of this, you got to go to the sun. The sun sends down the spear of destiny, the female, and it illuminates you, and it'll break you free from this prison. And that's the only way out. You understand? And if I can change my capacity, I can show all of you, and I can save you. Because if I touch any of these creeps, it fucking sends them in a frenzy. Like, I literally met one of them when I went to Plattsburgh, New York, and he couldn't even touch my skin. It electrocuted the fuck out of him. So I'm just telling you, is that this sun gazing is what brings out the female energy and the being that is the phoenix, that gives you the ability to use both sides of your brain. That it is the fire foot, that is the burning situation that makes you the light sun, Beautiful Joe, Flash, all these characters, the greatest American hero. All of these characters are all shown to us for a reason, because we're all programmed. They told you that the earth was a flat circle and the world was a stage, and it was all fake. But they're telling you the sky is the limit. King, 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 king. They told you you're under a dome so many times throughout your whole life. It's insane that they would even contradict themselves with a fake program like NASA. That it's a total fake program. It's fake space. Everything they do is fake with NASA. So you guys just look into it. Look into what I'm saying. If you don't believe that they exist, look in the book of Enoch. It tells you. That doesn't mean go to the church and worship, because that's just him obligating himself to follow some kind of rules that y'all need to be made aware of something, while tricking you to worship the son of the creator and eat flesh and drink blood, which is something that you shouldn't be doing at all. So if you think the church is good, then I don't know what to tell you other than you looking at it for yourself. You're not supposed to worship the son of the creator. You're just not supposed to do that. I'm sorry, but you're not supposed to do that shit. So these towers are not old. I mean, not new. They're old. When you come out of your soul, you know that something happened to you, but they don't want you to remember. So this is the game of Pac-Man. It swallows the orbs and spits them back into the game with no memory, since all the question marks. They don't know what's happened to them. They've been spraying nanos for 10,000 years, generation after generation. This thing repeats itself. History repeats itself, and you live this antagonizing horror over and over again while this dude is trying to just get out of here. That's simply what's happening in a nutshell. Everything you're seeing, all of this defunding of the cops so they can get these tanks out, is because they want y'all to stay in the house. They don't want you to leave, because as soon as this hits your smart meter, it's going to activate a Wi-Fi wave of 5G nano energy that's going to turn on all your nanos, and you're going to come running out of your house like this, and you're going to give yourself up to these beings immediately. And these are going to turn into like chattel prods. You see Cell the movie, they run around it like cows. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to help you. And I've only been trying to help you all this time. All the debates aside, all of the insults and the jokes and the comedy and hour and all that, it's all fun and games, but man, we got to get serious. And you know, I'm gonna get back into fasting once more, so I can just be prepared for, you know, what's coming. And I hope that it fails. These attempts on and the conspiracies against your life are things that they will continue to keep trying over and over, and they never seem to give up on it. So these vampiric entities, they drink adrenochrome. They're having shortages. If you see celebrities on the surface getting pale and sick over adrenochrome, then that means that there's a real serious problem, and all the rich, powerful dragon type families and stuff, they're going to have the biggest supply of it left. But you got to understand, this is 2020 now. That's their perfect vision of what they're trying to do. And this happens every 2,000 years. You watch They Live. They show you a generic version of these beings created by the man with the funny name, who is the Frankenstein that creates the monsters. But this has all been shown to us over and over again. Over and over and over again, they've been showing it. And they've been spraying this out for 10,000 years. And they've been doing this for 10,000 years. So I really just hope that, you know, you don't get caught up in all the distractions, and that you realize that I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to save your life, because I have eyes to see. If you want eyes to see, you got to stare into the light, just like the dude on the pyramid. And then you get to see all of this, and you're going to be like, holy cannoli, what the fuck? You're going to wake up, and you might even burst into tears like I did. Like so many people that sun gaze and their pineal gland starts to activate. Then they start crying uncontrollably. They don't know why, because this shit is going on. And then when they find out, they're like, oh, no wonder, you know. But I'm telling you, they're going to turn everybody into drones. They call them useless eaters. Look at Cell the movie. Watch World War Z, all of that. They're telling you all this over and over again. The FBI admitted we've got technology that make people do this. In a shooting range, when they were with the military, they made a joke saying, oh, we can make people do this for real. Like, you think they don't have any intention on using it? You think that a cult runs this country and they don't have plans for you? Then you would be in the poppy fields. You understand? You're being distracted. They want to keep you here in this territory. They can't just grab you. They got to get you to be in a status that says you're a dead entity. Then they hit the territory with an assault, and they collect the harvest on the territory. You understand? Because everything that we've learned about law and everything is nothing but a deception. Our graduates, everything that we ambitize and our ambitions, everything that we do, everything that we taste, touch, laugh about, and live, our morality, everything is a lie. Every part of it is a freaking lie. It's fucked up. So please follow me for truth. Watch Grim Nasty TV on YouTube. Spread this information around. Spread awareness. Try to help out. Support the channel. Support with donations so I can give brochures out to you guys so you can spread this information. Help out. Help the cause. And help measure up to something that is more than just helping banksters that worship in Satan and all kind of shit. That's all they're doing. It's just a bunch of devil worshippers. So if you got this cube on your head, that's what that means. It means that you're supporting them, and you're the bottom that holds the pyramid up top. You're the slave that holds it up so they can walk over your head. That's what this flat bottom is. You understand? Is that Nirvana had a song like that. You got a head for me to land. I need a friend. I need a friend with a head for me to land. On that song. It's fucked up, man. All this stuff is fucked up. This is not good. It's not a good thing. And this brought me to tears this morning when I was drawing this, because I was starting to sun gaze, and they were like, nah, you got something for you to do. Then I had to do this. And as I started finishing, I just burst into tears, because I know I can see this shit. I can see them down there underground wearing Jordans with human skin on it. Goddamn heads on ice like it's a deli with human heads. I can see all of it. It is the most atrocious shit ever. It's fucking horrible. I've seen them in lodges. I can see them eating babies and shit. It's fucking terrible. The shit that you see when you open your third eye, man. You see dead people walking around, all kinds of stuff. Because this place is not the kind of place where it's selfie time, where it's time to watch the big game and get wrapped up in pop culture. It's not that kind of place. Yes, everybody wants to be fabulous, but your vanity is in the wrong place. It's misguided because you're on a slave plantation. So fuck all that selfie time shit. You guys are gone. Your heads are just up your ass, and I'm sorry that you don't want to hear that, but it's the fucking truth, guys. It's the truth. And I'm trying to wake you up. I'm trying to save your families. I'm trying to save your kids. I'm trying to save your life. And that's why I'm so upset. And that's why I rant and rave and call you fools. Because you are. It's because you're brainwashed. And you got to wake up, and you got to call yourself a fool so you can see that there's something else to see. You got to look into it. You've got to know that there's something going on. You got messages in the music. You've got entities, spiritual entities all around you trying to warn you. But hey, if you see them show up on something, you've got periartery or whatever the fuck that crap is. It's nonsense. You understand that there are messages, there are spiritual entities reaching out to you, trying to warn you about stuff, and you're so blind that you can't see anything? It's bad. And it all appears normal? That ain't nothing but the work of the devil himself. And that blood wolf moon is coming around a lot more lately. I mean, I'm just saying, it's fucked up. It's all fucked up. And I just hope that people listen and that they take heed to it, the warnings, because it all comes from out of the light. And you know what? You don't have to like it, man. You really just don't have to like it. Nobody likes this shit, but it is what it is. So listen to the song that's in the text body about this song Brain Damage Pink Floyd made, and it literally word from word describes, they tell you that you're all lunatics and they want you to stay on this path, and you're gonna get recycled and you're gonna come back through the cream so they can hear you scream again, just like fucking Soundgarden said. So I'm just saying, behind the face lies a snake and the sun in their disgrace. So it is what it is. Don't stay on the path. Don't play their game. Beat them at their own game. Be bigger than this, better than this. Don't help them. Don't give them any help, because they don't give a shit about you. They just want to eat you like food so they can make a fool out of you and disgrace their maker. So that's what it is. And spread this around. Support this channel. And when you get awake, go to the sun and stay awake.